Okay, this is number 14, I think. Find the distance between the 2 points. Um, there's actually a formula for this. They call it the distance formula, and I just have to show you this. When the pandemic came out and people were coming up with all sorts of masks, here's this one. This is the distance, the social distancing mask, which cracked me up because that's the distance formula. Social distancing. Oh my gosh. So, anywho, the formula is to find the distance between any 2 points. You're going to take the square root of the x coordinate from the second point minus the x coordinate from the first point, and then square it, plus the y coordinate from the second point minus the y coordinate from the first point, and square that, and then you'll square root the whole mess. Now, it really doesn't matter which point you call the first point and which point you call the second point, but, you know, with the way I'm looking at it, this here to me looks like the first point. So, and this is the second point in my head. But it doesn't really matter which one you call the first point and which one you call the second point. I just have to get them in the right spots. So, this 4 is the x coordinate from the first point. This is where it'll go, x coordinate from the first point. And then this is the y coordinate from the first point. So this is y sub 1, which means y coordinate from the first point. And then we've got this 5, which is the x coordinate from the second point. So that's going to go right here. And last but not least, we've got more color here. This 7, which is the y coordinate from the second point, and it should go right there. So my distance formula will become, I'm just gonna do this, and then put in all the right numbers. So pink was the number 5. That is not a 5, April. 5 minus yellow is a 4. And over here, blue is a 7 minus green, which is a negative 2. Okay. Well, you're going to start in the parentheses first, and you're going to calculate the 5 minus 1, 5 minus 4, which is a 1, and then you'll square that. And then over here, you will do the 7 minus a negative 2, but when you subtract a negative, it ends up becoming adding a positive. And I always tell people, if you get confused with that, just think about it this way. If you have something negative in your life and somebody comes along and takes it away, they're taking away a negative, isn't that really a positive thing? It's just something to think about. And so 7 plus 2 gives me a 9 that I'm going to have to square next. And this 1 squared is 1. 9 squared is 81. Add those together and I get 82. And then it says up here, purple, write the exact answer in simplest radical form for an irrational answer. Okay. 82. Let's see, 4 does not go into 82. I'm trying to break it down, so I have to find, because 82 is not a perfect square. 81 is a perfect square, but 82 isn't. So does it have a factor? Well, 4 does not divide into 82 evenly, and 9 doesn't, 16 doesn't, 25 doesn't, 36 doesn't, and 49 doesn't. That's it. That's my answer. I can't break this down at all, so the square root of 82 should be my answer. And just because I like to get positive affirmations from things, hang on a second. I'm back here in Mobius, and I'm going to click on this, and since I need a square root sign, you're going to come over here to this little summation symbol, click on that, and this opens up, and the very first box has an a raised to the b power, but when I click on it, it gives me more choices. There is the square root symbol. I'll click on that, and then I'll just type 82, and then go and ask the how did it do? And I did's goods. And then of course down here it says calculate the distance using the distance formula. So this is a formula. You might want to make yourself a little formula sheet and write this down so that when you do get to your exams, you'll have it handy if you need it. All right, and that was number 14.